What up, YouTube? It's your boy Another Zob back at you, you know. Anyways, I covered a few things in the video that I recorded earlier, but it's taking a minute for it to basically upload, so I decided to put something out because after I upload that video, I was out and about up in the AV and shit, and I happened to, you know, go to the mall and shit and fucking, you know, just for a few things. And that's why I tell Vatos, like, you know, on the Vatos that be on some fraud shit, like, you know, you always got exposed videos. You got Vatos that really ain't about their shit. You got dudes that'll be on here just big wolfing shit and doing not a motherfucking thing. And that's not, you know, saying anybody that's been making comments. That's just in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the internet, it's so big now and so many people see it. So it's like, you know, a lot of people like, yeah, you know, this fool is not what it's cracked up to be. Some people thought, you know, maybe this fool only dresses like that on camera. And I dress all types of ways, but for the most part, I just keep it simple, cortos, whatever. Fool say, this fool is cholo. Yeah, that's more than evident, you know what I mean? Fools, you know, they got on here and they're like, oh yeah, this is a joke, you know, he's never been nowhere. Then you see my paperwork. Then, you know, you got some fool that's a peseta. I know you are, because you fucking went through every fucking detail of our program and it's like, yeah, I used to do this, like shit nobody even asked for. So I know you're a peseta, so I'm not even tripping on you, dog. But you know, like I said, the whole reason I made the channel for the camaradas and, you know, just to reach out and, you know, what's up to fools. You know, there's a lot of, because of social media is the way it is, you know, you're able to do this. When I was in prison, we didn't do none of this shit, you know. Motherfucker had pagers and, you know, got out that shit flip. I remember the first time, I think I was in Centinela and cracked the phone. I almost broke it because I didn't know how to, you know, my homeboy let me use it and I tried to fuck with it and almost broke it, you know. Somebody up in the AV that I know, I ain't gonna mention his name, you know what I mean, because I'm gonna stop mentioning Vault's name just for the simple fact that you don't know who's good anymore, especially some of these Vaults that got long years and just check in. But that's besides the point. The whole video is about this. You never know who in the fuck you're gonna run into, straight out. Like, you know, like fools that be talking shit or the fools that don't really talk shit, like I see their profile, their face and all that shit, and I'll be like, okay, well, some of these fools, if you ran into them in real life, they ain't gonna bust a grape. Here's a prime example of why. Like, I was walking through the parking lot and we're talking about, you know, about this YouTube shit and how Vatos, when they recognize your face. And, you know, I had to just warn certain people that there is instances where people will run into me and feel like they want to get that off their chest. You know, it comes with the territory. I've had that. I've had homies that, you know, like, when you're younger and shit, you first get into your neighborhood, and then you go to juvenile hall. You had those fools that it's not necessarily that they didn't like you. It's just, you know, they always want to, you know, just to see if you are what you are. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just a big mouth. I remember when I was in Camp Rocky, there was a vato in the van that basically was like, he was one of those instigating ass motherfuckers. So he's like, hey, who you don't get along with? So I'd already been to a few different camps. I just start running through shit. Yeah, fuck this vodka, like, you know, whatever. You know, basically, because, I mean, you're in camp, you're ready to box anyway. You've been doing it for months in juvenile hall, and that wasn't the first time I, you know, have been busted. So it's like, you know, so when I got to camp, this motherfucker went and told everybody, because in Rocky, you go to the, I think the box for like 3 days before they release you out there. Once they get a bunk, and usually it's when somebody get rolled up to the hole. Because in Rocky, anybody knows, you just basically when they tell you go to the hole, you walk across the yard straight to the box. And, you know, there's a staff called Jones, and that fool used to tell me, hey, this motherfucker is a shit starter. I hope you didn't tell him where you were from. And I thought that shit was a joke until I hit the main line, and then I noticed every motherfucker was staring at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then fools are like, hey, you know, where you from? Blah. I tell them where I'm from. They're like, hey, it's Vodka Boo. I heard you were wolfing. Like, hey, we got to get down. Just like I'm walking across the basketball court, and fools are like, oh, we got to get down. We got to get down. So whatever, you know. Some of them Vatos never wanted to run it, and there was a couple that, you know, we ran that shit. There's a couple of Crips, couple of Bloods, you know. Like some of the Crips, some of the Bloods, we went head up, and it's not even that we didn't get along. It's just like they just wanted to see what's up. Like, hey, Wicked, I don't think it is what it is. Like, fool, let's get that. Like, all right, you know, it's like, what you gonna do? Say no? Nah, no bitch shit. So we ran that head up. And basically, that's not what this shit is about. It's just basically, you never know who you're gonna run into. One in particular, dog, today, like I said, we decided to go to AV, to the mall. And fucking, I'm in the Palmdale Mall, and fucking, before I even get through fucking Macy's good, I see somebody, I don't know who they are, I'm just walking, they're looking at me, I'm looking at them, and my first instinct is I'm already ready to bang, because I don't, you know what I mean, he was looking at me, but I noticed he smiled, I smiled at him, and I'm trying to figure his face out, but I didn't notice. Usually I recognize enemy or whatever off the back, but nothing, so I'm like, okay, who is this? Well, I point at him, he pointed at me, and then it was kind of like that exchange, that smile, and I basically told her just like to just keep walking and shit, and anyway, so we had, come to find out, this Walter's like, hey, you off of YouTube, whatever. I'm like, yeah, you know, he's like, the Zah, like, whatever, like, you know, so basically, with that story, it's like I really didn't know what it was. I just saw immediately just like, hey, where you from? You know what I mean? I shouldn't have did it because there was kids right there, but I didn't do it like in a fucking like a gangster man. It was just like, you know, like if I knew him, like, hey, where you from, dog? You know, whatever. But come to find out, these waters have been watching me on YouTube at their job and everything, and just happened to notice me. You know, one of the waters I seen a tattoo, so I ain't gonna say where he's from, but that just goes to show you, like, when fools try to be frauds on YouTube and all this shit, you can get found out today easily. It could have been something bad. These same waters could have been like, hey, you know what? What's up? You know? And like I told them, and I tell everybody else, of course, even if I ain't out there gangbanging, it's like we could take it to the parking lot, run it, or we can get down where we get mad at. But, and that's not on some negative shit. Like, my whole shit is just basically to create a platform for people that don't have no platform. In my other video, I'm talking about homies that I'm trying to bring out, dudes I'm trying to bring out that don't have no problem collabing with other homies and collabing with blacks and collabing with whoever. They collab with white boys. They don't give a fuck. It's just their spit is so hard that they're able to do that. And when you let in cats like that, you can cross barriers that other fools might not be able to cross. So that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to use my platform until that shit dies out. And if it dies out, you know, I go back to just being black from Solon Park and, you know, fighting fools that disrespect. And other than that, it's like, you know, like I said, I got this other video coming out. It's just about miscellaneous things as far as like some real estate, some, you know, other shit, addressing other questions. But for the most part, like I said, it's going to be really talking about residents and, you know, different aspects of prison that I can talk about. And on that note, you know what I'm saying, to the camaradas, and to that, you know, and to the solid ones of shit, full press, 113%. And you want to enjoy the rest of your night. And to the homies from Las Vegas, what's up? You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to leave you watchers out. The last one, to the homies from fucking from Ventura County, all the homies. You know what I mean? To saludos, and you know, hopefully, you know, we continue to grow and shit. And let's get this money, dog. You know, and the haters, que vale verga. You know what I mean?